Good morning, everybody. Bible study. You probably think, who the heck is he to quote Bible, scripture, whatever? Well, been a Christian for a while now, and I've tried. I tried. Been to one or two churches. Uh, Lived in a Christian community for about a year with lots of other Christians, a bit like a commune and everything. But beside the point. I'll try and get on with the actual meat of what I'm trying to say. Meat will come back to the end of this. Let's see what I did there. Anyway, um, there's a verse in the Bible which is quite a stumbling block, I think, for a lot of people, and it's been a stumbling block for me and one or two others, and it's led to probably quite a few horrific injuries, dare I say the word, over the centuries since it was written, since it was penned, since it was put down, and that is, if thine eye offend thee, remove it, for it is better to enter heaven maimed than with all your members intact and go to hell, basically. So, fairly emotive stuff, fairly stern, fairly difficult on the surface. Because let's face it, we've all got quite a propensity to want to improve ourselves one way or another. I have anyway, and I always fail. How do you improve on perfection? Joke. So the thing is, what I'm trying to sort of like say, what I'm thinking is just a little bit of Bible study. There's nobody about. I don't have to worry too much about how, about anybody earwigging me or anything. And I just thought I'd explore it a little bit because I've been doing that this morning. I thought to myself, if then I offend thee, pluck it out. So what I take for that, I mean, a lot of people have struggled with the idea of I offend thee. As if to say, if something offends you, and all this, that, and the other. I always sort of like skipped over it, and I don't know if I'm right to do it or wrong to do it. I skipped over all the syntax of it. I just thought to myself, it means like, say, your hand, masturbation, for example, or thieving. If you find yourself doing them things, the Bible quote is cut off thine hand and cut your eyes out and this, that, and the other, which for some people throughout the centuries, have took it at face value and actually done it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who. And I suppose YouTube or one or two other places will tell you about it, or one or two feeds will sort of like go into detail and this, that, and the other. People that's actually done it. But I read something when I first, in the 90s, it was a book. I'd say the book, it was called Cloud of Unknowing. And it's written by some pastor, I think it was English, I don't know. But he sort of like ventures into that particular area and touches upon it. And he says, if it was lawful to do that, which it is not, he goes to great extent. I think he puts some exclamation marks after it to say, you're not supposed to do it. Now, Parsons, a lot of people don't agree with Parsons and Vickers, and they say that, what do they know? And more of a sort of more of a sort of tribal, I don't know, approach. No, but you see, that's what he said. That's what this vicar said. You're not supposed to do it. In other words, it's a hyperbole. It's more of a tool to get the old cogs working in your brain. So, given that is a likely interpretation, that you're not supposed to do it. So, what does it actually mean? Well, first of all, limbs. I mean, for me, for my life, for my modern life in the 21st century, and possibly 20th as well, a limb could be anything. It could be the internet. It could be all sorts of things. Smoking, all sorts of things. I've got company now, and they've totally destroyed my train of thought. I don't like talking now if I'm going to be listened to, earwigged. But I'm going to try. So a limb. You know, I mean, I'll use a simple example and keep it simple. The internet, for example. You know, suppose I said to myself one morning, I say, right, sackcloth and ashes, so to speak. We're going to start right from the basics. We're going to remove the limbs from my life, which make me lazy. Internet shopping, internet full stop, stop it altogether. Get more in tune because I've got problems see, with mobility. So I say, right, okay, so I'll get rid of all that and I'll start to walk a lot more. And this, that, and the other. So the removal of a limb, you know, so like stopping the internet, stopping using the internet, one or two other things. And I'm not going to go into any great detail, but you know, that's pretty much what a limb is, I think, really. And that's just one of them. The internet, a limb. So the removal of limbs. I mean, I don't mind talking now, but I'm going to carry on. Like the impulse to sin is still there. I'll get to the point. I don't know if somebody's wigging me or what. I'll get to the point. Point is, the impulse to be a pig. I mean, for instance, I'll tell you, like dieting, another limb. Doesn't matter what you do in the dieting sphere, you know, you're still going to be a pig. I mean, that's the point. For example, you know, like I've said recently, the high protein diet, and lots of people on the internet, bodybuilders and that, looking, oh, look how virtuous I am. I'm such a nice person. I am. I eat tons of meat every day and loads of omelets and that. How does that pan out? You see, it doesn't. The point is, you're still going to be a pig. You think, oh, I want a protein diet. It's an excuse to be a pig. So I'm going to wind it up there because I don't like being earwigged. But I was going to go into a bit more depth. But that's the point.